of 21.1 billion euros in the second quarter of the year. Company pensions saw a 5.6% growth quarter on quarter to total assets of 2 billion euros. Assets managed by company pension schemes amounted to 6.1% of gross domestic product at the end of 2019. You are still listening to news around the world on Pensioners 106.7 FM. Now to other stories. A Ghanaian technology entrepreneur, Charlotte Ngwesan, has won this year's Royal Academy of Engineering Africa Prize for Engineering Innovation. Ngwesan is the first woman to win the Africa Prize and the first winner from Ghana. The Academy revealed that the 26-year-old and her team's invention, Base API, uses facial recognition and artificial intelligence to verify identities remotely, using live images or short videos taken on phone cameras to detect whether the image is of a real person or a photo of an existing image. Base API is aimed at institutions that rely on identity verification. The United States Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden has spoken over the phone with Jacob Blake, the black man who was shot in the back by police in Kenosha, Wisconsin, sparking big protests. Biden said Blake, who remains in hospital paralyzed, said he was not giving up whether he walked again or not. Blake was speaking at a church meeting in the city where the shooting took place. Recall that the United States President Donald Trump recently visited Kenosha. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Gutierrez has called for the closure of all detention centers holding refugees and migrants in Libya, condemning what he described as human rights violations. Gutierrez said nothing can justify the horrendous conditions and situations under which refugees and migrants are detained in Libya. According to the Secretary General's report, more than 2,780 people, with 22% children detainees, were being detained as of July 31 in centers across Libya. This is still news around the world on Pensioners 106.7 FM. We will be back with entertainment and sports news. Please stay tuned. And now to entertainment. American singer Robert Kelly's attorneys are set to ask for his release from federal custody before an appeal court, arguing that the singer has been unable to prepare for his upcoming trial for nearly 6 months. The singer's attorneys, Zaid Abdallah, Shidi Yassin, and Raid Shalabi, said the singer, also known as R. Kelly, has not seen them in person since March when prisons went into lockdown, cutting off in-person legal visits due to the coronavirus pandemic. R. Kelly's trial was scheduled to begin at the end of September in federal court in Brooklyn, but was delayed in part due to the pandemic. His legal team said because the singer cannot read or write, he cannot receive legal documents in his case, make notes, or communicate meaningfully with lawyers without in-person meetings. And now to sports. Heavyweight boxing prospect Ife Ajagba believes he has what it takes to beat Nigerian-born British boxer Anthony Joshua. The undefeated Ajagba in 13 professional fights is rated among best heavyweight prospects in the world. Speaking on his fight with Joshua, Ajagba said people would support Joshua because he is the heavyweight champ, but skill would beat him, not power. Ajagba further said they both have the power, but skills control the power, adding that Joshua's best weapon is the left hook and right uppercut, but he is void of a good jab. To end news around the world, here is a recap of the main stories. Federal government has hosted a delegation of senior Ghanaian officials led by the Minister for Trade and Industry, Alan Kirimateng, in Abuja. A Ghanaian technology entrepreneur, Charlotte Ngwesan, has won this year's Royal Academy of Engineering Africa Prize for Engineering Innovation as the first African woman. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Gutierrez has called for the closure of all detention centers holding refugees and migrants in Libya, condemning what he described as human rights violations. And in sports, we brought to you that heavyweight boxing prospect Ifya Jaba believes he has what it takes to beat Nigerian-born British boxer Anthony Joshua. For any information, reach us on these mobile numbers 0812 008 6270 or 0812 188 9462. You can also visit us at Pensioners House at Barigo, Onirike, Ibadan. The news editor is Florence Akintola. I am Babafemi Obideyi. Good afternoon and thanks for listening.
Pensioners FM 106.7 and
Give me the good sound. I love good sound. What a one now. I love Pensioners FM. What you say, nah. I love good sound. I love Pensioners FM. There is a sound that goes deep into your soul, yeah. I love Pensioners FM. Meeting your needs if you're young or you are old, yeah. I love Pensioners FM. 106.7 excellence.